Guys, it's Monday, December 12th, and we took the Grand Marquis up north, and the guy was real happy with it. It did come out really well. I did put a light sand with 2000 grit on it and buffed it really quick, and boy, it looked great. Color match was great. Everything was great on it. Unfortunately, we didn't get a video. It was too dark to get a video. But I brought it back to him and he gave me this to work on. So that's a good thing, I guess. So we got peeling here. We got some problems there, so we're going to be working on that fender. I always heard that you shouldn't blend a hood. I don't know, that's a vertical face right there with that stripe. I don't know if I'm gonna try to blow some paint up in there or not. I don't know, I'm thinking about that one. We got some issues on the top. We're going to paint the entire top, and we're going to blend the top of this door in and probably cut it off at the pinstripe. And probably the same thing over here. He didn't tell me to work on this door over here, but it's got a scuff mark there, and we're going to be painting the top anyway over here, so we may just kind of come around with our clear coat down here, go into here and up, clear coat the entire top. Just going to be one of those real quick deals here. Not much body work, if any at all, and that's what it is. So we'll get the paint ordered for it. Excuse me, guys, I got the hiccups. We'll get the paint ordered for it. We'll get it coming. We'll probably get it by the end of the week or first of next week. Just depends on how things shake out there. And we'll get it done. We got it till the 2nd, which is way too long, till January 2nd. So as soon as the materials come for it, we'll get it done and get it down the road. We'll park it somewhere until it's time to deliver it. Hopefully not in my driveway. So that's a look at it. It's a pretty nice old truck. I think it's a 96. It's one of those pace car trucks. And we'll work on all that stuff and see what we can find, see what else we can get into today. I'm gonna pull it out, and Blazer's back. We didn't sell it. It was thin at the sale, which I thought it might be. It's hard to sell a car right before Christmas at the sale. It usually just thins out. There's hardly anybody there. So, but you never know unless you try. So we tried. Didn't bring what I wanted out of it. We have some people interested around here too in it, and if we don't sell it, then come next year it'll go back up to the sale, but I don't think it's going to be hard to get rid of. So we're going to look at the Blazer out in the sun today, hopefully, and you guys can see what it looks like. Alright guys. Okay guys, I'm working on the Jeep today, and I'm down here working on my 4x4 actuator valve. If you remember from previous videos, it was broke. This was broke off of here, and we had lost our connection. So I'm trying to fix this one, and what I've done is I got me a metric bolt here, and I've snuck up on the diameter of the hole with drill, and what I've done is, let me see if I can, there we go, maybe that's a little better. Okay, what I've done is I've screwed this bolt in here. We actually have a thread situation, albeit not a very good one. It's a pretty tender situation. The actuator's made out of a piece of tin, you know, so but we do have something holding, and I got it going in there straight. Here's a look at the inside of it. See if we can get a deal going here. Come on. Come on. Well, I had it and then I lost it. But anyway, I've got to where I threaded that in there. Now, the next trick is to drill a hole in the bolt down its length. And I don't have a drill press. Alright, so let me get geared up for that and we'll have a look at that. You can see right there I screwed it into that red mark. So I want my drill to go past that. Then I'm going to put a bunch of JB weld on it. And I'm going to thread it in there. And we'll leave it set for, I don't know, maybe a day. And then I'll take my cutoff wheel and cut that dude off. And we'll put our hose on it. And it should work. That's the plan. Alright guys, what I'm going to make an attempt to do here is to drill a hole in this bolt right here, the length of it. And you see I got my 12 eyes on. My glasses are bifocals. I will be looking through the bifocals and the magnifiers. And I will be doing the best I can do to drill this hole as straight as possible in this tiny little bolt. The diameter of this bolt is about 230 thousandths. It's a metric bolt, so that's less than 1/4 of an inch. That's about 7/32 is what it is. Very close to that. Alright, we're going to use a center drill so I can start my hole as straight as possible. I've tried to get the center drill to turn as true as possible in the drill, and it's looking pretty good. Alright, so now the first thing I'm going to do is make an attempt at center punching this thing. And this is kind of a tedious thing here. Alright, that looks pretty good. I think I moved it a little bit. Down there a little bit. Alright, now we'll make an attempt. Give me a little lube on here to get a center drill started in here. The size of the hole I plan to drill is a 5/64. There it is. And I'm going to try to drill that thing as far as I can before it breaks out, and hope that I have plenty of length for my hose. If I can get it to go all the way through, I'll do so. So let me get a little lube on here. And let's see how straight we can drive this in here. Could be a bit on the dull side on that center drill. Pretty straight. I'd like to get this a little further in there. Nice. Well, I wish I could show you guys. Okay, here's what it looks like after the center drill. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, so we have a really small drill with a 60-degree chamfer on it. And it's pretty much square in the center of the bolt. And that's what we were looking for. Alright, now we'll make an attempt to drill it. Guys, I don't have a drill press. If I had a drill press, I'd be using that. My tool of choice would be a lathe on something like this. So when you don't have, you just have to make do with what you got. And so that's what we're doing. We'll make sure this drill is sharp. If it's not, I'll sharpen it. And it's looking pretty good. Trying to get my drill to run as true as possible. It looks like that's about as true as we're going to get it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Checking my alignment. I'm going to try to hold it straight. Check our progress before we drill past the depth of the center drill. Now I can see very, very clearly up inside this hole, and not quite to the bottom of my center drill. And I'm looking pretty straight. If anything, I'm off center just a hair closer to this side here, but it's not enough to try any correction or anything like that, so I'm going to go for it here. When you do something like this, you have a tiny little drill, you don't want to run it very fast. You want to use something to lube it. I have WD-40 here, that's all I have, which is better than nothing. Here we go. Pull your drill out, break the chip, make sure you're clean once in a while. You don't want shavings or chips loading up and catching. That'll make your hole go crooked. You want the drill to be as clean as possible. No binding. We're getting a nice chip out of there still. Alright, I'm going to pull it out, clean it out, re-lube it. The deeper we get, the farther the chip has to travel down the flute of the drill. The worse, or the bigger the chance that the chip will hang up. If it hangs up, you very well could break the drill with almost no warning at all. Alright, we're getting a nice chip. Taking my time, not pushing hard. The harder you push, the more your drill will want to run off one way or another. Clean it out there. Slow process. check our depth. Alright guys, we're in that far. I'm not breaking out. Hopefully my battery is going to last on my drill. Nice chip. I mean, our drill's still sharp. The deeper we go, the harder it is for the chip to come out. Whoop. I do have the clutch set on my drill for the lowest setting. I'll show you guys. So that tells you how much pressure I'm putting on there. I want to set it to lowest setting, and just in case it does catch, I'll at least give myself a chance not to break the drill. So again, it's important that you try to avoid loading the drill with a chip and therefore plugging the flute on the drill and causing it to gall or stop, grab, whatever you want to say. So we're starting to get in there pretty deep now. Things look like they're going pretty good. It feels like it's going straight. Let's check our depth. There we go. We're over halfway. let me go a little deeper. I could make an attempt to go all the way through, but really it would be worthless. I just need the depth enough to give me enough length to get my hose around it, and enough length for it to seal on the threads. We'll probably put a drop of silicone in with it. Alright guys, I'm going to call it right there. We're really deep. There's no sense in pushing my luck. I believe I got enough. Alright guys, let's go ahead and cut this dude off here real quick. I'll let that cool off a little bit before I touch it. Okay guys, let's have a look at it here. This is the end that we drilled from. Let's see if I can get it at the right angle, and you can see through it. There's a hole all the way through it. Now, we did have some runoff. Okay, so you saw we were on the center. On the other side, pretty close to the center anyway, we did get a little runoff, but we never broke into the threads, I don't believe. And even if we did, you know, it would only be here at the very end. So sorry about my hands guys, they're dirty. I'm working, so I got dirty hands. Anyway, let me I'm going to tune some more on this a little bit, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there and just hook it up, and when JB Weld sets up I think it'll be just fine. So let me I'm going to grind some of this down right here and make this end nice so that the hose will slip over it pretty easy. Alright guys, I'm going to try to work the end of this the way I want it. So what I got here is a 60 grit roll lock wheel. I think it's 60, feels like 60. Somewhere close to that. Piece of, it's got aluminum oxide on it. So I got my little air tool, my vise here, and I'm going to plug it in, and we'll see what we can do. This thing will probably get hot pretty fast. It'll be hard to handle, but I don't know how much of it you're going to see, because you know I have to have myself in the right position here to do this without grinding my fingers apart. So here we go. That was exciting. Okay, here we go. Come on, camera. Okay, you can see I ground most of the threads off of it. There we go. Alright, we got our hole. So now I'm going to put a little JB weld in these threads here, and I'm going to screw it into the actuator deal. And then hopefully our hose is going to slide pretty well on this, and we'll put a little something on there to make it slide easy and help it seal. Alright, let's move on to the next step. Okay guys, we've got our JB weld on our piece here. And this might be a trick. And I got a little battery. Great. There we go. And we're going to put it in here. Hopefully you're seeing this. Now we're going to take our pliers and screw it in. Hopefully nice and straight. Alright guys, we had some battery failure there and we're back up and running now though. Okay, as you can see we got, here's our piece. I'll try to get the light here where we can not have so much glare. Okay, I got some grease on the outside of this, on this end. I don't know if you can even see our JB weld there. Pretty firm. There's a JB weld right here, and here's, we got a little grease on it. Okay, so it's been sitting in there now for almost 5 hours, I would say, 4 to 5 hours. So I'm gonna see if I can't plug it in here. Alright. Well guys, that ought to do it. Keep our fingers crossed. Okay guys, we're in the Jeep and I need fuel, and we'll see if we can put it in 4x4. Let's go over here in the gravel. My neighbor that ain't never here. Alright, we're on 4x4, and like I said before, I don't believe there's a light anywhere because there was no wiring harness in the actuator. Okay, let's turn it and see what happens. Oh yeah, we got 4x4. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Quick little Oh yeah, we got 4x4. We're bucking all over the place. Let's take it out of 4x4. So there we go, guys. A homemade fix. Saved $1,500 plus, or $1,500. We saved $115 plus tax on our part. Now we can get it out of 4-wheel drive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got our Jeep running, we got our 4x4 working. That's going to be good. So I hope you guys found the video interesting. It was the best way that I could think of for the fix, and I also think it's a good fix. I think it's going to hold up for a long time. So we'll go get some gas, give me a soft drink, and we'll come back and load all these videos up, and hopefully you'll get to see them tonight. Take it easy, guys.